What is up, my optimistic empire? My YouTube account makes the introduction not necessary, yet I'll delight you with one anyway. I'm Christian Maracle. Okay, now you know who I am. Alright, you can tell by the title of this video. So before you set your dislikes in there, just understand this one thing. Do I like what happened at the end of Super ShowDown? Nope. Do I think it was stupid? Yes. Do I think the Fiend should have not lost the Universal title to Goldberg? Yes. Do I believe that Goldberg should not have been in this title match in the first place? Yes. Do I believe the Fiend's character is buried? No. I don't like the ending. I don't agree with it. But I understand it. That doesn't make it right, though. It's still a bad ending. That was my drum set. It's still a bad ending. However, ladies and gentlemen, this video is why the Fiend's character is not buried, as everybody on social media is presuming. Right now, everybody is pissed off. And when people are pissed off, they say things. It happens. I'm not saying that you're wrong, because, you know, everybody's got an opinion. This is another explained video, and I love doing these explained videos. This one is a really good subject. The Super ShowDown 2020 ending explained, and why the Fiend is not buried. And also, I discovered the weakness. Everybody thinks, was it a spear? Was it a jackhammer? Nope, nope, nope. Was it part-timers? Nope. Was it elders? Nope. I'll tell you what it is, but here's how it all goes back to when the Fiend first showed up. I'll be really quick on this. You ever notice that the pattern of the Fiend's victims have always been people who have had a history with Bray Wyatt? That starts off with that. SummerSlam, the Fiend went after Finn Balor. Someone who Bray Wyatt has had quite a history with. The Fiend destroyed Balor. You ever notice that everybody who the Fiend has gone up against up until Goldberg has been wrestlers who Bray Wyatt has had history with, who Bray knew so very well, who knew exactly what they were going to do and how to get inside their heads. Hence why the whole situation at Hell in a Cell with Seth Rollins, to take all those finishers without suffering a little bit of offense, sorry, that's the water, and to also play into Seth's mind, caused him to have mental breakdowns, and which eventually led to Seth Rollins losing the Universal title to the Fiend at Crown Jewel. Coincidentally, the Fiend won the title in Riyadh, lost the title also in Riyadh, but that's kind of irrelevant. What is relevant of this whole situation is Bray Wyatt knew the counters and how to probe the minds of every victim who the Fiend has taken down. But when it comes to Goldberg, that's a whole different story. And not to mention having the Universal Championship, as Bray Wyatt quoted it, "It's my new toy." And the Fiend was overwhelmed with power, became overconfident, and then ignorant. Because, ever since winning the title from Seth Rollins, the Fiend destroyed Daniel Bryan all the way going from November to January. It had this little thing with The Miz, even though, of course, that was just Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt who took down The Miz. And then, because of all that, after one victim after the other, after the other, after the other, the Fiend and Bray Wyatt became overconfident, thinking, maybe the Fiend can't just defeat the victims who've had history with me. Maybe the Fiend can beat anyone. So Goldberg set the challenge to Super ShowDown. Bray Wyatt accepted, figuring, Goldberg had a horrible match with The Undertaker at Super ShowDown last year. That was embarrassing. So let me take him down. So let the Fiend take him down. However, the thing is, though, Bray Wyatt had no idea what Goldberg was like, because the Bray Wyatt has never once had crossed paths with Goldberg in any shape or form. Now, I'll be really quick on this. Bray Wyatt and the Fiend accepted the challenge without the slightest idea of who Goldberg was. Overconfidence and ignorance is the Fiend's weakness. It's not the red lights, it wasn't the spears, it wasn't the jackhammer, it wasn't Goldberg, it wasn't the fact that he's an elder, and it wasn't the fact that he's a part-timer. It's still a crappy ending, yes, it's still stupid, but the weakness is overconfidence and ignorance. A common weakness in villains. We've all seen that. It's the Palpatine thing. For Star Wars fans, anyway. So, at Super Showdown, you ever notice that the Fiend, after the bell had rung, was slowly removing the jacket, figuring, oh, this should be easy. This is going to be easy. I can do this. But then, boom! First spear. The Fiend was stunned. The Fiend was rocked because the Fiend had no idea that was going to happen. So he tried to lock in a mandible claw out of desperation. Wasn't focusing. That's why Goldberg was able to get out of it. So he tried again. Goldberg hit a couple more spears, continued to stun the Fiend because the Fiend was now scrambling for ideas. It had no idea the type of force that Goldberg was. So, that's what led to the second mandible claw. Once again, out of desperation, Goldberg got out of that one too because it goes back to the Fiend being ignorant of his power. Goldberg hits a jackhammer. Quite a shitty jackhammer too. 1, 2, 3. The Fiend loses the championship, and as Goldberg was posing with the Universal title, the Fiend got back up and actually thought about attacking Goldberg. The Fiend was about to do it. It was visibly pissed off. But then it thought to itself that because it underestimated Goldberg's power before, maybe attacking is not the best idea. Hence why the Fiend disappeared into the shadows, pissed off, humiliated, and much more furious. It doesn't make this a good ending, and this is exactly why I know the Fiend's character is not buried. Because everybody's saying one single loss does not mean you're buried. Do I justify the ending? Nope. I don't like it. I understand it in a story point, and because I know poetry. It's poetry, guys. That doesn't always mean it's good, but it's poetry. But there you guys go. That's the reason why I know the Fiend's character is not buried. The Fiend's weakness is overconfidence and ignorance. And that's the reason why I think Super Showdown ended the way it did. By leaving everybody, the Fiend was a representation of the WWE Universe. Pissed off and humiliated. There you guys go. Hoping for revenge. So we'll see what happens down the road. But that is my explanation for why Super Showdown ended the way it did. There you guys go. Alright, tell me your thoughts. Obviously, I know for a fact, a majority of you guys, you don't like it either. I don't blame you. I don't like it either. Was hoping the Fiend would go into WrestleMania. If the Fiend was going to drop the title anywhere, it would probably be at WrestleMania. Probably to someone like Roman Reigns. But, it is what it is. Sorry, guys. Alright, don't forget to be optimistic. Show optimism, think optimistically. Once you're calmed down, of course. And tell me your thoughts on my theory. Use the dislike bar if you agree or disagree, and it's perfectly okay. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you all in the next video.